Amazing viewers, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. There are speculations that Tinubu's mission, to the U.S. to meet with President Tinubu one-on-one has been aborted. Rather, he is to attend the a summit in South Africa and possibly have a talk with the president of the US there. Now, in the midst of all these things that is happening, so many Nigerians, have been discussing the whole talk by the US, to invade Nigeria and then, finish up the terrorists if the government of Nigeria failed to do the needful. And I tell you, this has really caused a lot of, a division, so much going on with different people and their view to the point, as I speak to you right now, Sowore has collected woto. Why? Because from the tweet he wrote, it's as if he is saying, okay, this is something we need to fight ourselves. We don't need, any external person to come and help us. The US, this is going to happen, just like what some people, tweeted yesterday in the video that I did. Now, Nigerians don't find am funny with the statement of Sowore, owing to the fact that, okay, they have believed, that Sowore is actually working for the government of the APC. And I tell you the truth, at this point in time, Nigeria careless if the US is after resources. They don't even care. What they know is that the individuals causing so much unrest in the nation should be eliminated. It shocked me, say I see APC supporter where they thought, say, okay, he is also he's in favor of the US coming to fight this whole issue. I'm going to show you some reaction. There's a journalist that has reacted to this whole talk about invading Nigeria to finish up the terrorist group, and also the APC supporter. Before I come out to take a look at the Sowore tweet that has really prompted Nigerians to descend on Sowore.
So Trump says that he might go into Nigeria, guns are blazing, to wipe out terrorists and save Christians. And I see that some Nigerians are celebrating. I know that a lot of Nigerians are in love with Trump. And in fact, many of them are saying that this doesn't mean that he wants to invade Nigeria, that he will just be quick and sweet. Because of the way he puts it in his tweet, he wrote in there that he's instructing the Department of War to prepare for action. He said it will be quick, it will be swift, it will be sweet. Personally, I am hoping that he doesn't follow suit. I'm really hoping that he won't actually do it. Let's hope so. Of course, I'm in support of stopping all aid. Like, seriously, why are we still collecting aid at this age? But history shows that help by invasion often makes things worse, not better. In 2001, when the US wanted to invade Afghanistan, they said at that time that it would be a quick, decisive military action to topple the Taliban and dismantle Al-Qaeda. It ended up being 2 decades of war with more than 200,000 people killed. When the US invaded Iraq to topple Saddam Hussein, they said that it would be a quick operation. They said it would be quick, only for state institutions to collapse, huge civilian casualties, and years of insurgency. The death toll from that is estimated to be 150,000. And then the power vacuum created the condition for new terrorist groups to grow. That's how ISIS started. In Libya, when the US removed Gaddafi, there was no more stable government. Libya fractured into rival militias and became a hub for smuggling and violence. Even the Somalia mission in the 90s, when the US went there, they called it Operation Restore Hope. It started out as a humanitarian mission to provide famine relief amid a civil war. In fact, they said it would take 30 to 45 minutes. But guys, it soon evolved into a more aggressive state building and counterterrorism effort, which eventually led to the disastrous Battle of Mogadishu in October of 1993. And the thing is, guys, Nigeria has a lot of natural resources. We have oil, we have gold, we have a lot of things that some people want. I'm just saying, personally, I believe that nobody knows your house like you do. And so I think that the best solution is for the Nigerian government itself to take care of business and tackle insecurity. We've been shouting about this now for God knows how long. It's more than a decade that we've been talking about insecurity in Nigeria. We are the ones that know the sponsors, the people that are financing these operations. That is where to start. Because if we really want to take care of the bandits, if we want to take care of the armed Fulani herdsmen, if we want to take care of Boko Haram or the kidnappers, all these groups, especially in northern Nigeria, we can do it. We can. It's just a matter of, do we want to? Because I don't understand. Why wait for Trump to... I'm tired.
I want to say thank you to Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, and all the Christian nations, countries that have replied to the incident that is happening in the country, Nigeria, more especially the sordid event of the killing of Benue, Plateau State, and Taraba State, and different parts of the northern part of the country. Indeed, there is killing. Nobody can say there is no killing. If you deny that there is no killing, that's a pure lie. I support this government. Everybody know. I'm one of the strong supporter of this government. But I will say that it's the government that are killing. These are enemies that are invading different villages in different parts of the country. And if anybody say, no, there's no killing, they have been killing. Maybe if they have not killed your brother, they have not killed your sister, they have not killed your son, they have not killed your wife, you can't deny it. Maybe one day they will kill your wife, then you will know that it's killing. There is killing in the country. The insecurity is worse than ever. And I want to say to all security agencies to put their hands together and defend the country, more especially customs. Customs are the eyes of the borders. The people who are invading our country, we are not sure if they are from Nigeria. So it's the fault of the customs who are in charge of the border. And I want to pray that this affliction will be over. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you.
I completely understand the concern raised by a journalist. Is that her name? I think so, something like that. I understand her concern. But then we have to ask ourselves certain questions. Truly, we've been suffering this thing for decades. And the number of years we have suffered this thing, what resolve have we seen from the hands of the government? Do we have security challenge? Yes, we do. Is the government even accepting that we have security challenge? In my opinion, they don't. I'm going to tell you why I say they don't, because I do not see any reason why a government will come before the national television and say to the faces of Nigerians that since the Tinubu's administration, insecurity has drastically been reduced. Meanwhile, before he came on that national television to give us this statement, 1 or 2 persons must have been kidnapped somewhere across the 36 states. And while he's there dishing out that lie, another one is taking place somewhere. Do they even acknowledge that we have this challenge? If not now, that Trump designated Nigeria a country of particular concern, Not be him will begin the seat post right up somewhere. There's no Christian killing. The attack doesn't have, a religion. It is being attacked everywhere. So they actually agree. They now acknowledge that there is something going on called killing. They actually agree. For people that said it has been drastically been reduced, please make it make sense to me. First of all, you have to acknowledge that you have a problem. And then people will now see that, okay, there's an acknowledgement. The next move is how to, handle the problem. But what do we see? Even the Western nations are more sympathetic to the plight of Nigerians than our own leaders. You can imagine where a pope and other foreign leaders will remember to put Nigeria in prayer over the killings before the government of the day. And then you tell me that these people are ready to fight the problem. It is not as if they cannot fight it though. It is not as if they cannot fight it. But another question remains. Are they willing to do so? Are they willing? For a government that they have said, oh, we are going to invade. If you don't do anything, the next thing they are doing is how to move there to go and discuss one-on-one. What are you going to discuss? Is it not better you first handle the problem? At least by now, we suppose don't they hear or we suppose don't they see videos of arrest of these terrorists and their sponsors. Make it open, as transparent as, so that Nigerians will see your seriousness. But what are we seeing? What are we seeing? In fact, the headline that I read, just like other Nigerians, I felt like, okay, this is another joke. They don't start again. Why are these people pushing propaganda? All of a sudden, within 24 hours, the military they say they don't arrest 20 terrorists. They don't, they have destroyed their camp. They have done this one. They have done the other one. Who are you trying to fool? Where is the evidence of the arrest? Within 24 hours? Because there is a threat that has been issued. I'm not saying they cannot do this, but we have to ask ourselves questions. The willingness of the leaders. And as I speak talking to you, I don't see that willingness. For leaders to be busy handling what they are, to be busy talking about going to see one-on-one, rather than handling the issue, wiping out these individuals, then I don't see the readiness. I don't see it at all. When I see it, I will know. I not just blame Nigerians way vest like this. They thought say if they want to take the resources, they can take. After all, it never benefit anybody, and giving it back to Sowore woto. I don't blame them, because I understand where these individuals are coming from. True. If they never kidnap a family member, you no go know how far. It's just like you never understanding the pain of death until you lose a loved one. Is the hand of the government willing to do the needful in all of this? Personally, I am here to see it. And you expect Nigerians not to be furious. You expect Nigerians not to take the help. It's not as if the intention is to wipe all Nigerians. I completely understand where she's coming from. But we should ask ourselves also, the government of Nigeria, how willing are they to do the needful? I'm going to take Sowore's tweet, and of course social media reactions, how they really came for Sowore, on this issue, before we come back, to wrap this up. Sowore tweeted, the latest trend by U.S. President Donald Trump at POTUS to launch military action in Nigeria allegedly to protect Christians may sound appealing to some. Still, history has shown this to be perilous. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, animist, or non-religious, no one should celebrate such rhetoric. The United States and its allies have a long record of military interventions that leave nations more unstable than before. They failed to secure peace in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, or Syria, and they won't bring salvation to Nigeria through bombs or boots on the ground. What Nigeria truly needs is not a foreign savior, but legitimate, accountable leadership, one that protects all citizens, upholds justice, and ends the cycle of corruption and violence that have left the nation broken. Donald Trump does not care about Nigerians, not Christians, Muslims, or anyone else. Our deliverance will never come from abroad. It must come from within through real leadership, not the Tinubus of this world and national renewal. Harsh revolution now. Inevitable saying them don't reimburse you. LMAO. History didn't show you Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, etc. that were all assisted by the US government. History didn't stop your country from being a top beneficiary of USAID and funds. History didn't tell you and every other mischievous politician in Nigeria to stop playing games with the lives of Nigerians. Where was history when over 40 people were massacred on a Sunday during church service at Ondo, Jos, Benue? Conscious saying, are we not worse than Libya already? Does Afghanistan police rape and pass their women from one to another like they did to Gloria Okoli? Libya has never opened fire on its citizens like Nigeria did in NSAS, Obibo, and Shite massacre. Rest, make a no change them for you. An uncle saying our problem came from abroad through breathing. Our deliverance will come from abroad. You may disagree because we may have different ailments, but for me, as an Igbo in Nigeria, I need Donald Trump's soldier in Nigeria immediately. Engineer NDBC saying there is no greed greater than that of Tinubu, Wike, and Akpabio of this world. Salvation is salvation, irrespective of where it's coming from. The next Christian family to be wiped out don't care about Trump or Nigeria. They care only to be saved. Frankly say, no, it should be celebrated. I can't release Boko Haram and put them back into the society to still cause more harm after they have caused so much terror. If the US would do what the Nigerian government we are supposed to have done a long time, then I fully support. Enough of this. President Eniola saying Donald Trump cannot send the same message to Ghana because Ghana crushes terrorists, and no Ghanaian elected officials dining with terrorists and attending the wedding of children of terrorists, taking pictures with them. The brother saying it's obvious that you are working for Tinubu. We know who you are. Trump doesn't care about the Christians in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. But your useless Yoruba president is running from pillar to post. The Sowore that is talking about what we need: transparent, accountable leadership, upholding of justice, and the rest. I think he should ask himself how far the last protest. At least there was video of him running for his life. The moment tear gas was unleashed. He should ask himself how far protest has been in Nigeria and the willingness of every Nigerian to cooperate on the harsh revolution. He should also ask himself, these leaders, how willing are they to be held accountable? The leaders are clearly ones that don't want to be held accountable. Hence the whole attack on citizens the moment you criticize, the whole attack on citizens the moment they hear the word protest. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to uphold justice. They don't want any of these things. That is why somebody will defend himself when being attacked by a headsman or headman or whatever it is you want to call it. But the next thing you will see is the person be sentenced to death for trying to defend or protecting himself or herself. We have a very corrupt system. And the leaders clearly want this thing to remain so. The Sowore that has headed a lot of protests should know better. The revolution, yes, it's a good way. But how many Nigerians are willing to do so? The revolution, if we use them on the leaders, is it going to help with the terrorists that is dominant almost everywhere in Nigeria now? Is it going to help? Look, at the end of the day, Nigerians don't even care anymore. People are shouting they are after the resources, they are after the resources. The France that the Tinubu is dining with, not be after Nigeria resources then day after. Let's ask ourselves that question. We are here. Niger and what is it called? Other countries have accused France of aiding and sponsoring the same terrorism. We dey here. We read the reports. Then they talk resources. Okay, the Nigerian government, have we not heard people say, okay, it is because of the resources of these places, that is why you see all this killing going on? Not be the same resources they make, then they keep people up and down. And the government of the day, they know these things. So why have they not been able to handle the matter? Why? Because we have some few people benefiting allegedly from this same resource exploitation. So why should we watch and see bloodbaths go on almost every day? Because some nonsense people want to have these same resources. The resources, truly, has it benefited us? Here we are, you and I, fakes with tax. Here we are, you and I, about to possibly see another increase on fuel price. Here we are at this moment. How much is the price of cooking gas? No, make it make sense to me. With the resources that a few are busy exploiting, have we seen any improvement in the economy? Some people are busy enriching themselves. So I don't blame City. In fact, I share in the view. Because the government is not ready to handle it. If you see serious government wey wan handle matter, for goodness sake, they don't start all these things since then they live in denial that there's no such thing as even insecurity. It has reduced drastically. You and I will wonder if, we are in another planet. They exist in another planet. Please, I don't blame the citizens at this point. Killings cannot continue. The same resources now make some individuals, they keep people so. People cannot sleep where people cannot go to their farms. And then you tell me, when they are going to kill the terrorists, that terrorists should not be killed. No, terrorists should be killed. They should be killed. Not be the entire nation they won't kill. So me, if I don't tire, resources where they exploit, they use and they keep people, it never benefit any of us. Let the killing stop. If the Nigerian government is serious, may they end the killing. Which I want to make the killing stop. No Muslim, no Christian should be killed. That's just what we are after. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy your day. Happy New Week, guys. Do have a lovely week ahead, and see you guys in my other videos.